Hello, my name is Gordon Young, co-founder of The Drum, and I'm delighted to welcome you here to The Drum Labs, which is our brand new studio in the heart of London's Shoreditch. And I'm also delighted to introduce this object here, which is now an oversized Samsung television. But in fact, that is very appropriate because we're here to discuss the future of connected television. And of course, Samsung have had a major role in defining what this new medium really means. And that's why I'm also pleased to say I'm going to be joined by Emma Lou Wagstaff, who is the head of programmatic sales at Samsung Advertising. And she's going to talk us through how connected television has really evolved over the last few months. So with all that in mind, can I now introduce Emma Lou? Well, thanks once again, Emma Lou, for joining us. And to get started, can I just really ask you about consumption changes? We've obviously seen some massive, variations over the last few months, and really, how have CTV audiences grown?
So the way people watch TV is changing. So we're living in an age that is defined by autonomy in viewers' consumption and the democratization of content. So in order to plan media effectively in the current video ecosystem, advertisers really need to have the insight into the technology, services, and the content that audiences are consuming. So while the early days of streaming were dominated by SVOD services, a large majority of streamers are now regularly accessing AVOD, which is advertising video on demand services. And at the end of the first half of 2020, we saw 54% of all streamers were accessing AVOD services on Samsung TVs. So the appetite for SVOD services is waning as people are kind of reaching a ceiling on how much they want to spend each month. And we've seen two trends are happening simultaneously, with reach increasing and time increasing. So the AVOD audience reach has more than doubled. And at Samsung Ads, we've seen across all video on demand services that time spent watching AVOD shows the strongest growth by over a third, which equates to 1 hour and 39 minutes per day.
Yeah. And of course, advertising-funded content must be music to the ears of brands. But what does this mean for Samsung, and how does Samsung's offering fit within this?
So as you know, Samsung is the leading TV manufacturer. We also have a wealth of first-party data, and we know the viewing behaviours of our audiences. And as we all know, people love free TV. So the VOD market is heavily investing in subscription services, as well as user-generated content such as YouTube. And there is definitely a need for more free, premium curated video content that allows advertisers to reach heavy streamers within a premium TV environment. So Samsung launched TV Plus, which is its exclusive TV Plus streaming service. It's been available in the US for around 2 years, and now it's available in Europe as of the end of 2019. So TV Plus is a free, advertising-funded video-on-demand streaming service, which offers the viewer a great experience and the advertiser a measurable, advanced, targeted solution. It's a next-generation free TV experience to consumers, which is out of the box, has a huge array of content, so there's no downloading, there's no additional device, and there's no credit card needed. You get instant access to movies, sports, entertainment, and a lot more. It's exclusive to the Samsung Smart TVs, and with a total of over 200 channels across Europe. And with nearly half of Samsung TV Plus viewers being cord cutters, the free content service helps brands engage with hard-to-reach streaming audiences in a truly programmatic adjustable CTV platform. It allows you to find your hard-to-reach audiences. So 44% of TV Plus audiences are hard to reach on linear, and it allows you to have the full screen in-stream video ads through that free streaming service.
34 million TVs across Europe is just astonishing. So this is it's a new channel, but it's potentially going to be a massive channel as well. But that is obviously represents 34 million TVs. It obviously represents a huge audience. But what do you know about this audience? I mean, you must have a huge amount of data and insights.
Yeah, so AVOD has huge potential, especially with cord cutters and light linear TV viewers. So across all Samsung TVs, 60% of the total viewing time is spent on streamed content versus 40% on linear. So when we're talking about our TV Plus audience specifically, we know that 44% of the TV Plus audience is hard to reach on linear because they watch less than 3 hours of linear TV per month. So we're also able to target on interest-based audiences, which includes heavy streamers, gamers, and also families.
Well, Samsung TV Plus in particular sounds really exciting. Can you tell me a bit more about the content plans?
Sure. So Samsung TV Plus provides a platform for new and niche content, plus a lot of your old favorites. So we have programming is across all genres, from movies to sport, news and lifestyle to family content. And we're adding new channels every month. And we've just launched Bloomberg and our owned and operated comedy channel. And in December, we're launching Lionsgate Movies, CBS, and People TV.
And I think you've already touched on this, but really, how is this data actionable from a marketer's perspective?
So we're in a really unique position because we're not only the hardware owner, but we can also leverage the content on our platform. So we're able to provide an end-to-end CTV solution with the viewer at the heart, ensuring that relevant advertising to enhance the viewing experience. So I've mentioned before, that automatic content recognition is the most effective and accurate way to capture TV viewership data. We use our own proprietary technology to visually fingerprint what's playing on the TV. So it can be a linear ad, a TV program, or even a video game. And that helps us to understand the Samsung household and inform the targeting and the measurement. And it's all done with one-to-one deterministic data, so there's no modeling involved. We also don't license out our data to anyone, so it can only be accessed by working directly with the Samsung Ads team. So how it works, so as I mentioned, we can offer that targeting. So for example, gamers. We can also offer linear ad reach extension. So that's using targeting based on first-party data. That's targeting viewers who haven't seen or who have been underexposed to your linear TV ad. We can also drive incremental reach for the linear buy, and we can also optimize frequency for your TV ads.
That's great. And obviously, I think that's, thank you very much, Emily. We'll leave it there. But just the thing, automatic content recognition, or ACR, I think it's fair to say that's an acronym we're going to be hearing a lot more of over the next few months.
Yeah, definitely. So the launch of programmatic CTV on our owned and operated platform, and that means that we can obviously offer, with that automatic content recognition, a really agile environment so that advertisers can make budget changes to media plans and provide real-time optimizations. Plus, along with that, you have the ad formats that provide the ability to drive scale among the audience that's fully invested because they're non-skippable, in a quality content, and using data-driven targeting, and obviously providing the cost efficiency too.
Well, thanks once again to Emily for these fascinating insights on how connected TV has really evolved over the last few years. This is actually the end of our first episode. This is actually going to be a 2-episode mini-series, you could say. And obviously, we've been looking at how connected TV has really evolved. And the next episode, we're going to look at what the future means, how it's going to evolve, and how new opportunities for brands are going to emerge. We'll see you in the next episode.